Yeah, and like if we want to take it really deep,
Yeah, let's do it.
dude. Let's do it. I have this other mindset, which is part of the problem. You might be afraid of getting rejected or someone not responding is because you're assigning in a binary way, good or bad, to that specific scenario or interaction. That's a very limiting way to view life. Like, dude, I mean, just to share, in my life, my growing up, my parents had a really messy divorce.
Yeah.
Like super messy divorce.
That's rough.
And once when I was younger, we were meant to go on holiday to New Zealand, and we got taken off the plane because my dad had filed a last minute thing claiming we were a flight risk.
Oh, so your dad wasn't on the plane?
No, my dad moved back to Canada.
No way.
Yeah. And so we had to delay our holiday, and we ended up in New Zealand 3 months later. And I was planning on staying on in New Zealand and doing some of my own traveling, and I'd saved up a bit of money for it. I was ready, and got an email from my dad saying, "I'm flying over from Canada to visit you, and I'll be in Sydney as of like the next few days." I'm like, shoot, like, Dad, I love you, and at the same time you've done all this stuff, and it's like, I'm not gonna be in Sydney, I'm gonna be in New Zealand. But the part of me that still really loved him was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna leave New Zealand early, I'm gonna fly back to Sydney. And I flew back to Sydney, and the same day I flew back to Sydney, got home, chucked on my suit, headed back out to a book launch of this really cool book called Unwritten by this incredible man called Jack Delosa. And it was at that night when I met Samuel, who I ended up starting Future You with, has become one of my best friends.
Oh, no way.
So
That's sick.
if my parents hadn't got divorced, I would have never met Samuel.
Well, and it's if you had let your anger towards your father outweigh your love for him, you would have stayed in New Zealand and not had gone back to meet him.
Yeah, and I have so many examples of scenarios like this, which has gotten me to a place where I'm no longer okay with saying this is bad or this is good, because there's no way of knowing.